Alright, we have a new chapter of Kaiji. The last one ended with Endo and the boys cracking open some cold ones, slurping down some udon. It wasn't fried chicken, but you take what you can get. They were hanging out, of course, outside of Kaiji's mom's apartment complex, hoping desperately to see the mysterious old lady that went in there before to confirm or outright somehow completely deconfirm Kaiji's presence within the building. And until they do, the stakeout has intensified and will continue. Judge that Kaiji is likely to still be in his mother's apartment. Suddenly, they ordinarily should have been able to trade and go home. The evening shift also remains on the scene. So we got 3 cars watching now, right? How will Kaiji escape? 5 people, Endo included, now watch apartment 302 where Kaiji's mother resides. His main mode of escape would be to slip into the crowd of commuters during the morning rush, but that said, on this night he could completely take them by surprise and dash out. Not towards the cars set up to watch the building, but the opposite. The anticipated mirror to run down the street leading further into the apartment complex, so they set up a person there as well. Smart. Very smart, very smart. Stands in the way of a possible means of Kaiji's escape. That route, that potential. So here we have another sub-black suit Tei subordinate whose job is to just be a tackler, a human wall, an observer. It's not the most dignified position. It's not the most fun. The other guys get to sit in the car. He has to awkwardly just stand there all night. So Endo's in the car with this guy. This is the guy that exuberantly ran off to get udon for them. Maybe a bit of a screw up, but Endo concedes that his heart is probably in the right place. Kaiji's going to come out in the morning. Pretty much has to be in the morning, doesn't it? During a night like this seems like a waste of time to me. It's not going to really do anything, is it? Might be something happens, so I get why somebody needs to be here to watch. It's pointless to stay here, even though we know it's not going to do anything. No. Didn't you already learn this same lesson last chapter? It's in a situation where you've gone from like a 0% chance of finding him to a 1% chance of finding him, right? Your odds of capturing this, which is the most important event of your life thus far, catching Kaiji, who has the 2.4 billion yen. This is like there's nothing more than this. If not now, when? If you're not going to pull out all the stops, it's not pointless at all. Increasing the number of people watching here in the middle of the night when there's no way he'll come out, this preparation has already had an effect. It's not pointless. It's like in shogi. You can make a move approaching the enemy to pave the way to checkmate. Alright, let's see what we can remember of shogi. From that one time that I got all hopped up on watching Sangatsu no Lion and decided to learn how to play. So we can see the king and the silver general in the back here in the middle. On the right, I believe, is a lance that can go infinitely far, but just straight forward. The piece that Endo just played is a bishop equivalent, an angle mover. So we can see that it's lining up for checkmate here. It's not directly attacking the king, but this pawn could maybe advance downwards and do so. He can make a deployment right in front of the king. That could be bad news if they're able to keep up the attack and fight off the gold general here, which I may have just called the silver general earlier. I don't know. The silver general, of course, is still lurking over here too, as is the flying car, which is like the rook. Over here we have another pawn and a horse. And I don't... Oh, the horse can't attack the angle mover, the bishop, because the pawn is in the way. It's not a jumpy horse like in chess. It's like a runny horse. Alright, there's been your shogi lesson. Take what you've learned, good children, and apply it at your local shogi hall. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways. He just blows smoke in his face. Why? Don't worry, you'll see. Okay, Endo. Is this the plan, huh? When the monitoring team hung up, when the lookout team were slacking off, just looking at those guys, I felt no sign of them having worked out. I was in the apartment with Mom. That Grim Reaper Endo didn't come here because someone called him over. He came on his own. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. This is a good insight from Kaiji. Because what I'm starting to think, it's not going to be just Endo versus Kaiji. Like, it's not that Kaiji could possibly defeat Endo under these circumstances. Because Endo does definitely have the strategic leg up on Kaiji. Kaiji's trapped inside. Genji is not trapped in any way, shape, or form. Genji has all these resources at his disposal. Kaiji just has his poor mother. They still have all sorts of tricks they can do to try to drive Kaiji out. Kaiji has basically nothing but just to wait and hope they go away. It just wouldn't be fair for this to be the straight up one-on-one defeat of Endo. I just don't think that Fukumoto would do him like that. So, my thinking is that this arc is going to end with Endo's subordinates somehow screwing things up or protesting or just driving him crazy to such an extent that he gives up. And I think Kaiji might put together that that's the only way forward too, when he's kind of working this way out. So again, let's think, like, he knows that Endo himself came here of his own volition because he suspected something. So that means that he had to come here and then convince the various surveillance teams to keep up this level of intensified surveillance based on his hunch, based on his reasoning. And as such, Kaiji can maybe start to anticipate, having seen the short temper of the monitoring team and the laziness of the surveillance team, that there could be a conflict at some point, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Came here on a whim. After hearing the lookout team had to say, he must have felt something from them. A bad feeling. Then he had them watch them stay. They cautiously pressured the veranda side. Kaiji looks almost impressed here. He's given kind of the Akagi smirk. You know the Akagi smirk? Of course you know the Akagi smirk. I always thought that Akagi would do that in situations where he's a little impressed that Washizu had come with him all the way to this final step, but he's still okay because there was that final step. There was one more step that he had taken that Washizu had it. And I think Kaiji's thinking the same thing. Because Kaiji does have one real huge leg up on Endo, and that's that Endo isn't 100% sure that Kaiji's there, whereas Kaiji is 100% sure that Endo's there. And furthermore, Endo doesn't know that Kaiji knows that he's there, right? Even if he suspects that Kaiji is in the apartment and he gives that chance, he says he thinks it's like an 80% chance. Maybe he only thinks there's a 40% chance that Kaiji is both there and aware of Endo. So Endo is still maybe hoping with half a heart that Kaiji will just slip up in a very obvious way, or at least in an equally obvious way to how he entered the building, and they'll be able to snag him. So many things. Oh, yes. So this is the great reunion where Chang was so late because so many things had happened. Kaiji realizes he can't even make fun of Chang now. On his gloves, which he's still wearing, I guess just to make sure his mom doesn't see all the chopped off fingers and stuff, he still has the messages that he relayed to his mom wordlessly when he came in. This is, again, Fukumoto's sense of anti-cinematicness. It's just so silly that he would go out of his way to draw the hiragana partially obscured by Kaiji's face on the gloves. Even still, I love it. I love it so much. Accidents and mishaps are scary. They happen. Just one little thing goes wrong, and before you know it, you're in a pinch you never even imagined could be possible. Oh, what a fun arc. Aww, Kaiji's mom. So lonely. So happy to have her son back. Aww. But yeah, this is way too big a risk. They have her room bugged. If they don't hear any activity, they've already heard that she's gone to the bathroom. She needs to be back out within a certain period, or else it's hella suspicious. Let's go back right now. 2 in the morning by now, not just you. Anybody should be fast asleep. Monitoring team might be sleeping themselves. Even if one of them's still awake to keep listening, since you're supposed to be asleep and not much making much noise at all. Yeah, they're probably slacking off. Whether in your bed or in here doesn't make too much of a difference. But you can't take that risk. Anything is too much of a risk. Anything we've been locked onto. Just don't want to give the enemy even one weak spot to strike at. Sleep in your room no matter what. You'll make me feel like I'm not treating my mom right. And Kaiji tears up too. Oh, what an emotional time it's been for him. And it's true! The narration casting harsh judgment on Kaiji's status as a son. But come on, narrator. You've seen it all. You remember all. You can understand why he's a little apprehensive. The next morning, beautiful sun shining down on the sleepy apartment complex. So cozy, so out of the world. You would struggle to imagine anything this serious happening within it. Anything like this life or death stakeout over billions of dollars. Well, billions of yen, but whatever. The next morning, 6:30 a.m. One by one, the residents of the apartment complex begin their days. From the entryway leading to apartment 302 as well, one person and then another appear from within it. Oh, this is so cozy. This is so cozy. They have the contrast, or they have the catalog, sorry, comparing and contrasting the people that emerge with these lovely little illustrations. There's the two that have come out so far. They cross out those two. Peak time arrives. The rush of schoolgirls, schoolgoers, and work commuters begins. If they were to attempt to escape, this would be the time he'd choose. Watching from the veranda side, two people at the door, everybody with copies of the catalog. Two people to watch the entryway from afar. And lastly, two others at the sidewalk to observe the residents head on. Now this looks super suspicious. And before they had been taking a few measures to kind of make themselves look less weird in their constant stakeout. But I suppose this is just so crucial. This is like the moment that even if they need to kind of talk their way out of it later, even if they need to kind of really scale back and retreat to alleviate whatever suspicions they built up this time, I guess it's worth it. And watch for the strange old lady, which could very well be Kaiji in disguise. The person who is not on their list. These are the things they are watching for. Oh! What? There he is? This isn't a dotted outline panel. This is someone looking very much like the Kaiji disguise who emerges. So, what's going on here? Is this a decoy? Is this Kaiji's mom? Dressed up like Kaiji, dressed up like an old lady, sent out to throw them off the scent? I would guess that's it. Oh, no. This is just totally different person? Okay. They swarm her. They apprehend her. But who is it? Is it just a coincidence? Is it just a coincidence that this person is dressed in such a similar way? It's someone else. It's not the same old lady we saw last night. It's not Kaiji either. Wouldn't be. Kaiji gonna slip into the crowd of people. There's no way to use just the same disguise. Yeah. Came out now. He would definitely change how he looked considerably. Return to your stations. So who was that old lady? Was she in the catalog? She was in the catalog. They should have thought, hey, this looks a lot like the Kaiji old lady. I love all of these big top-down shots, just kind of showing the activity of the whole block. Just the little details put in. I like that he went out of his way to come up with this whole catalog thing, and then used those same designs, of course. Just that little bit of consistency, which of course he chose only for storytelling reasons. has this whole world of kind of coziness that I associate with it. Anyhow, no catching Kaiji. Change disguises, I know that for sure, but no matter what disguise he uses, your face is burned into the deepest parts of my mind. I know you like the back of my hand. I definitely won't let you get away. Don't you dare underestimate me. All right, so Endo camping out. The little bonus text here says, as expected, Endo's straightforward method didn't work. Which, you know, seems a little mean to me to say, oh, you know, as expected, haha, that Endo. But he needed to do this. Like, no matter how unlikely he thought that it was for Kaiji to just emerge that first morning, too, he still knew that they needed to do it, that they'll need to do it 24/7. Until... All right, let's see what happens in the next issue. Thanks, as always, to Fukumoto Crazy. You absolute heroes of the manga community, bringing us our beloved Kaiji. So my plan now, I'm switching up the way I'm reading manga. Before I was catching up on all series simultaneously. That is to say, I would go back and just read chapters from each series as they were released. And that was like okay, but I think it's a little more fun and more exciting for me to just kind of get all caught up on each series, and then much more quickly I'll be able to read the new chapters as they come out right alongside everyone. So that's what we're doing now. So I'm just going to keep forging ahead with Kaiji until there is no more Kaiji to read. So please look forward to that over the coming days, and then we'll all look forward to new chapters together. Isn't that going to be wonderful? Okay, that is all for now.